them to go to LRTV and watch.
Okay,
But
that's perfect.
you can maybe do a little live real quick. Be like, we about to start the show. Go over to LRTV.
Yeah,
to watch. You know. What's up, everybody? Mic check 1 2. Can you hear me? What's up, everybody? How y'all doing? You are tuned into LRTV. It is your girl, Miss Leah Renee. We are trying to work out some kinks with the audio, so just bear with me for a second. It is your girl, Miss Leah Renee. We are trying to work out some kinks with the audio, so just bear with me for a second. I'll turn this down. How come my audio won't go down? It's off. I shouldn't hear it, right? Mic check 1 2.
delay, right? It sounds like they have a delay.
Mic check 1 2. There's a little bit of delay.
Okay.
I'm just trying to figure out though why I can hear this. I'm not supposed to be able to hear myself. I'm trying to turn this down so that I can't hear this. I'm just trying to figure out though why I can hear this. I'm not supposed to be able to hear myself. I'm trying to bear with me, guys. So I can't hear this. I'm just trying to figure out though. Oh no, that's not it. Bear with me, guys. Oh no, that's not it. Bear with me, guys. See what I'm saying? Like I can hear this echo. I mean this
You hear it back?
Yeah, and I don't want to hear it back. I'm trying to turn it. This echo. I mean this Yeah, and I don't want to hear it back. I'm trying to turn it. Like the audio should be off. So I should. Hold on. Let me pause. Like the audio should be off. Oh, no, I don't want to do that. Let me pause. Like the audio should be
Yeah, turn it down. No, come up for the audio for the sound.
This right here?
Yeah.
Oh, yep. That's okay. Thank you. Here we go. Yeah. Okay, we're good. What's up, everybody? It's your girl, Miss Leah Renee. Like I always say, this is a grassroots production. Sometimes you got to work out the kinks, you got to iron out the issues, and you got to make it happen. So I'm here to make it happen. I'm going to have a good show today. I have my girl, Tashara B, in the house, and I also have a special guest who wants to stay behind the camera. But hey, that's a good thing because I need somebody behind the camera so that we can work out these issues and bring you guys a good show. So as you guys all know, last weekend we had the 2022 Vision Board Brunch. It was organized by Miss Tashara B, and I was in the house. LRTV was in the building. It was a wonderful, amazing event. So, of course, I had to bring my girl Tashara B back in so that we could talk about the event and, give you guys some details on what took place and, all of the connections that were made and all of those great things. So we're going to talk about the event and whatever other future endeavors she's working on and, just have a good time. So I'm glad you guys tuned in. Thank you for tuning in. I appreciate all the love and support. Want to say that I appreciate those of you who message me and text me and, give suggestions, give topics, send me storylines, all of those different things. It helps me to deliver a better show for you guys. And I just appreciate having you guys all there to assist me in different things like that. Today is it's pretty dreary out. If you've been out the house, which more than likely you probably have, you can see that it's kind of drizzling a little bit. You definitely need your coat. Yesterday it was really beautiful. But today we're back to some depressing weather. So let's see what the temperature is right now currently. It's 39 degrees. Looks like that's the high that's going to be the high. We're not going to get any warmer than that. 39 degrees. We're going to see some drizzling pretty much all day. It's saying that we even have a chance of some snow showers developing in the afternoon. So, be prepared for that. But the crazy thing is that tomorrow it's going to be back to 42 degrees again. So, hey, that's Ohio weather for you. We can't ever get anything settled. Like just when we get some sun and we start to feel good and feel like, oh, spring is on the horizon, then we see this. We have a chance for snow showers. So snow showers today, and then tomorrow it's going to be 42 degrees. So, hey, and then Wednesday is going to be 49 degrees, 44 on Thursday. And then Friday, we're going to get up to 50 degrees. So even though it's going to be cold today and we're going to see a little bit of snow showers, you can look forward to some spring-like temperatures throughout the rest of the week. So just be prepared for that. Definitely get out and have a good weekend if you can. I mean, it's going to be raining on Saturday. Actually, no, it's going to be snowing. We have snow showers on Saturday and it's going to be 28 degrees. But for the rest of the week, it looks like we're going to have some spring-like temperatures. So at least try to take advantage of that. As far as traffic is concerned, I didn't see any accidents on my way in, but I always like to reiterate that the construction is going on. This is that time of the year. You cannot get onto the 75 interstate from the Anthony Wayne Trail. So if you're going 75, if you are on the Anthony Wayne Trail and you're trying to go go north. If you're going north and you're trying to get onto the expressway, that is closed off. You have to get off at Collingwood, or you have to get off downtown and take the detour. They have signs up everywhere on how to on where to go for the detour. But just so that you keep that in mind, that is going to be closed off until the end of the year. So you're going to have to just take those detours and give yourself some extra time. Like I said, it is drizzling out today, so I didn't see any accidents, but we would like to keep it that way. Make sure you're safe out there. Give yourself extra time to get to where you're going so you don't have to rush and you can avoid accidents. And, of course, no texting and driving. So try to stay safe out there. But that's your weather and traffic for the day. Pretty simple, pretty basic. But for our trending topics, I'm going to go ahead and introduce my guest because I want to sit and talk to her. I want her to join in on the conversation about what's going on in Ukraine and everything else that's going on in the headlines. So I'm going to go ahead and introduce my guest. It is my girl, Miss Tashara B. What's going on, girl?
Hello there. Hi.
Thank you for coming in.
Of course.
Why we got that echo again? Hold on, guys. Just bear with us.
I'm not sure.
We're hearing an echo.
What about now? Good?
Yeah.
Okay.
Good. All right. We got the audio together. Tashara, you scoot over towards me a little bit because I feel like you're out of the camera and we do not want your mom to be disappointed again saying that she was not in the camera shot. I love your mom. She is the best. So thank you for coming in again. It's so nice to have you here with me. As always, it's always a pleasure. We had a great time at the event last weekend. It was such a beautiful event. But before we get into that, we're going to talk about some trending topics first. Let's talk about what's going on in the Ukraine. What are your thoughts about this? It's crazy.
The power of prayer right now is what we need for the nation. I watched the news yesterday. I think it was BBC World News, and it was very disturbing to see what was going on and the changes that are happening so drastically with the world right now. It's time for everybody to kind of come together, NATO, everybody's working hard, and life is happening on all aspects. So, sometimes the power of prayer is the only way to go when it's out of our hands or out of our control. So I just encourage everyone to just pray for those who are losing their loved ones, who have to leave their homes.
So sad.
To seek out freedom in their lives. And hopefully we don't get to that point where we have to seek shelter. And
I know,
it's a scary sight.
Yeah, it's very scary.
World War III. My grandfather's a
very
veteran, so just to even consider hearing that in 2022 is very concerning. So,
and it's sad just seeing all those. I've been glued to the news too, and I said this last week when I was doing my show. Like, after working for news stations and stuff like that, like I really don't watch the news a whole lot because it's so depressing and there's always so much bad things going on. But lately, because of all of this, I've been like watching it every day and I've been glued to the television, and it's just heartbreaking to see those children. You know what I mean? I mean, it's heartbreaking for everyone, but especially to see those children who are literally having to like travel overnight and hours at a time and don't have food, and they're all bundled up, so you can tell it's obviously cold out there, and it's just so sad to think that these kids are having to go through this. I mean,
the seniors. I saw yesterday
seniors.
There was a lady with a cane, and her and her husband had to be like in their 70s or 80s, and
sad.
The army had them brace for cover because they were shooting at them.
Oh my God!
It was just beyond anything that I could see. It's getting very bad, but the goal is now to kind of just let people see the power of prayer and how important it is to unify and work together. Some things don't work without the greater good, without that. So we are stronger together. Hopefully, we'll find some resolution sooner than later.
Yeah, I hope so, because it's really sad to see what's going on. And then I actually saw one of the national news stations had did a special, and they were like specifically showing like the pregnant women who are like literally like in the hospitals like giving birth while this is going on. And I'm like, shoot, I was like tripping when I was pregnant during COVID, you know what I mean? Like having to go into birth, go have a baby during COVID. I can't even imagine being over there in that scenario, these women are literally like intense. They're in like different.
The stress
It's
level.
just sad. It's crazy.
Even now, like I was on the phone with my husband, like we're already getting perishable items together and preparing. He already has hazmat suits and everything. Like he's serious about it.
Right.
But that's kind of the mindset we have. We have to prepare ourselves just to make sure we're ready. But as I mentioned, I expect nothing. Through every storm, there's always sunshine. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah. What do you think about like I read somewhere that our president was trying to, he was asking for some trillions of dollars or billions of dollars to send over there to help. Like, what are your thoughts with that? Like, do you feel like that is something that we should be doing? That is our responsibility? Or do you feel like, I mean, dang, we kind of need to get our own backyard together before we're trying to send trillions of dollars over to another country?
I think it's coming down to prioritizing to, what makes sense for the country opposed to what we see here. There's other things we don't see. And I think the route that we're taking now is to make sure we can continue business overseas. We see Nike, Apple, so many, Microsoft, all are stopping funds, everything. But if we send troops, if we need to help others who need to get to safe places to protect those lines, sometimes those level investments are necessary to the point where we can then move forward to clean our own backyard. But sometimes it's about that level of prioritizing. So I'm always for where I'm from, and if he feels that's the best decision for our country right now, then let's do it. Let's do whatever we need to do to stay safe.
Yeah, and because I guess it's like you got to think like, what would we want if that was us in that position? As a nation, we would need that help?
Being in leadership is a hard role. So even just with making decisions that's best for everyone, you're always going to be that target person. But that's why he has that position. He can handle it. He's the one that can make those decisions, that can place us in the right positions to move forward, hopefully. So we just have to now, the person that we've voted in the office, allow our POTUS to do what he does best, and trust that we'll have a great outcome.
Yeah. Yep. You all, I can tell too, like it's very obvious with you, like that you're someone who's been in leadership for many years. And like, I know, just because I've interviewed you several times that you have an extensive resume and history in the corporate world in leadership positions, and it always comes through like when you talk, you could, because you talk so rationally and like you talk from a place of leadership, like, and that's a beautiful thing to have. That's something that I have some leadership qualities, but me personally, like I'm trying to get to that point, like you are, I don't know. I just always see that in you, and I have always loved
public
admired
speaking
that about
is important. I know that there's a course that is required for graduating from college, public speaking, but being the face of leadership, always top performing, it kind of forced me into, getting my words together and speaking eloquently. And I still struggle with things, but, as long as I'm comfortable, I just let things flow. I don't try to do anything scripted. Like now, like we just flow. You want to find that level of passion to where you can align with that. And that's the important part, is getting the message across. So I'm hoping that that's the key indicator. People can recognize the passion and purpose behind it. They're not looking for anything scripted or anything that is rehearsed. This is me in real form.
I love it. And I'm sitting here, I'm looking at this beautiful video of you while you were doing your photo shoot, looking all beautiful. And you said you have some great news to share on LRTV today. Now, Tashara, I love my exclusives. So what is this great news we have?
Well, there's plenty. We're getting ready for the galas, the Women Entrepreneur in Business. We switched it up a little bit, but I've connected with a lot of the girls for the Women in Business, and we are working hard to bring you guys something amazing this year. We thought it through, what will work, how we need to go about it, and I'm excited for what's coming. Also with Safety Nest, we're growing here in Northwest Ohio. I'm excited about that. We're picking up more contracts. So I'm here doing more train development, hiring, and just networking with those. Every business is flourishing right now. So I'm excited about just to share the growth over the last year with the things that I manifested for my vision and how I've been able to connect the dots. So Safety Nest has amazing things coming. We have more group and individual trainings available for our small business owners here. We have discounted rates. So we understand spring is the time of year and the annual recertifications are coming. So please get with us. We have so many discounts that we're offering. And the biggest piece is the business brunch, a Vision Board event. We already set the date for next year.
Yay.
We already planning for it. Like,
I know that's right.
I couldn't even leave the venue that day, and we had people walking up asking, "Can they be keynote speakers?" We have sponsors. I just got an invoice yesterday, requesting that they can still support us. It's mind blowing, all the support we have.
Amazing.
But my biggest news is Body Me by She here in Toledo. We're continuing to expand and grow, and I'm excited about all the new things we have. We have new services, Body Me Barbie. We're trying to get all our babes snatched for the spring, getting you guys ready for spring break. Weddings are coming. You're going on vacations. Mother Day is coming, and we have so many new services. I'm just excited. A lot of people in the city are now picking up on this new wave and understanding, like, if you get any type of cosmetic surgery, what you require, what you need, and what you need is that aftercare. You need to make sure that we can couture you and provide you with the proper techniques to get the look that you want. You don't want to look like everyone else or boxy or anything. We want to ensure that we complement your shape. And it's important. And it's not just cavitation. Some women I'd never do cavitation on. That's the non-surgical liposuction. Some require the techniques that I can manually do and show them within seconds how we can transform and do things. So with the weather changing, guys, I'm excited to tell you about our services, our sauna treatments, everything we have to get you guys up and running. Everybody's feeling like blah, the weather has you down, people are depressed. No more of that. Right. Okay. Toledo, I'm all about positive energy. Let's get you guys where you need to be. Please, please get your sauna treatments. Detoxing is for real. You will come out and feel revived. I'm talking about skipping around the house. Every person who's done it, call me the next day. Shoot. You're going to drop at least 7 to 10 pounds within that week.
I don't want to drop no pounds.
It's the waste. It's the materials. It's the toxins. It's the air we breathe. It's all the bad things that we don't know that's in our bodies.
So I could lose all this little extraness.
Yeah, the stress level. If you're getting those headaches, you're getting those sinus pressures, if you're getting back pain, if you got tension, if you have an anxiety, can't sleep at night, if you have just things going on throughout the day where you just need an outlet. This is the level of self-care that's important. Okay. March is about wellness, especially women. And I'm encouraging you all to just focus on your own self-care. I worked hard to get to that event. I need my own self-care. My sister looked at me and said, "Have you had a self-care day?" No, I haven't. Yeah, there is no day off for me. Time out for that. Right. So I travel with my sauna blanket and everything now.
Sauna blanket.
Any moment.
Girl, put me on. What is a sauna blanket?
So we have offered 2 different type of detoxing.
This is your product?
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
excuse me. We have.
I'm like, I was about to say, where can I order a sauna blanket?
The good thing is that we zip you right up. It warms you 160 degrees and it does the work. You just lay there. I turn on the music. Wow. I wrap your body, put the essential oils on, and you watch literally flush away. You can see it in real time.
Now, how much does this cost?
They start at $55. We have Relax and Rejuvenate. We have our Immune Booster. We have different ones that we offer.
Oh, you can pick the oils.
You can pick the oils you want. So if you're having a bad day, we'll probably give you some lavender. If you need energy, it'll be ginger, citrus. We have lemongrass, tea tree, eucalyptus.
Well, now what does the lemongrass do?
Lemongrass is all about energy and uplifting you. So I start my day every morning with lemongrass. I love it. And then about noon, I'll add a little eucalyptus. And then I just have like this amazing scent going because all the scents blend. But when people first walk in, the first thing I ask every customer is, "How are you today?" And from there, if they say, "Girl," I already know what to put in there. Right. Or if they say, "I'm great," let's keep that energy going. Let's keep that going. But the goal is to make sure you feel good on the inside and out. And that's what we're here for. We're going to help you do that. So my focus about everything from now until we can't do anymore is wellness. Health is wealth. There's a huge opioid epidemic in Ohio. I spoke to Shannon. I spoke to the health commissioner. They are very aware. Okay. Wellness centers are necessary. This is why we brought it here. So all these services for healthy, holistic, alternative wellness treatment is there for you. You may be trying to wing off of drugs or need an uplift. This is what these services, treatments are for. You don't always have to go to rehab. Everyone doesn't need to know your story. Right. Everyone has a background. We're not here to judge you. Yeah. We need herbal teas to help you. We have CBD products that are coming. We have so much. Like, we want to let you know there is a healthy alternative that can help you eliminate some of these troubled issues and or keep you healthy. So we want to just encourage everyone.
I love that. And so I love what you just said a second ago too about, like, you don't have, everybody doesn't have to go to rehab. Sometimes it's different for everybody. Like some treatments may work for someone and then it may not be the same for another. So
just imagine feeling good. Give me 45 minutes and it change your whole life. Removes that urge or that like nicotine. There's certain things in your body and ions that would trigger certain things in your body to want certain things. Like some people say, I need a cigarette, I need this thing. It's all mental.
Yeah, and I was
I've
gonna
heard
say,
people
so
just quit.
Yeah, and that's what I was gonna say.
Mhm.
So like even with like you know, weed and like liquor and all those types of things, I think a lot of times it's because people are trying to mask or cover whatever they're dealing with, right? So it's
Listen,
like
there's 21 liters your body can carry a day. All right, we flush a 17 out, so your liver doesn't know exactly what's in there. So if I can help you flush those toxins and waste out directly through your lymph nodes, they're behind your ear, they're lower abdomen, they're in your back, they're all over your body. You guys can Google lymph nodes, you can see them. We'll drain all of that out. You'll flush it out, the fatty deposits in your urine and bowel. You'll see it in real time. Like what we do is real. Okay, this is real. I did not invest into my city to provide these alternative healthy methods that you guys just don't know about yet. They're doing them everywhere. Infrared sauna light treatment, vibration treatment, detoxing. We want you guys to understand the new wave and get with it. Like it's important. Take advantage of it, please.
And so I'm assuming it probably helps even with like anxiety or depression.
Absolutely. Your mindset is everything. And sometimes it's consumed by the foods and things that we eat. We can help you eliminate all those sugars. And a lot of people understand sugars turns into fat. Fat is carbs. When you drink, your body don't know if it's liquor or water.
Right.
So it's going to intake whatever, but your body won't get the proper nutrients. We flush all of that out to where you keep the current nutrients and you get rid of all the waste and all the toxins.
I definitely need one of those.
So it's important. Yeah. Your skin is so more vibrant. I've seen changes. Like when I break out and I'm stressed, the first thing is I need sauna treatment because I want to eliminate what's causing that.
Whatever toxins.
Yeah, what's causing it. And then we know we eat raw meats and other foods and beef. That stuff sits in your colon for 45 to 50 days.
Wow.
And I don't even know what's in there, but flushing,
Jesus.
like naturally taking your lemons, your limes, your cucumbers, your mints every day. We offer infused natural detoxing for you. No sugars or anything. Wine, everything is sugar. Sugar turns into fat.
Now, let me ask you this, because everything you're saying, it sounds great. It sounds wonderful, right? But what about people like me, right? Who we would love to do this, and we'll go and we'll spend the money and we'll get these products and then we don't do what we're supposed to do. Like we don't take them and we don't is it like a mind thing first? Like you need to get your mental first so that you can really get these products and then do right with them. Like, or, because for instance, like the teas and stuff, or like not eating no sugar or stuff like that. Like that's kind of like quitting smoking weed or quitting smoking cigarettes.
It's a lifestyle change.
You're used to,
they say after the first 10 to 15 days that you get a routine. It's a lifestyle change.
So it's like any other, quitting any other bad habit, basically.
Yes and no. We create and customize and right fit you based off of what you need. So when you come in and you complete your consultation forms, I already know what your history, your medical is. I already know what your concerns are. You're going to tell me exactly what it is you want. Based off what you tell me, we take your measurements. We determine what we can do based off of what you tell us and what we will offer. Then let's say you require a fitness trainer, nutritionist. Well, we've partnered with many in the city to help you do just that. A lot of people don't know that medical coverage covers weight loss treatment, detoxing, medical issues.
Shut up.
We now will be offering flex spending accounts. We even have a merchant where you guys need to make payments. And we understand our packages can be big. We want you to keep coming. You can work with them. The lowest interest is 2.2%. Everyone gets qualified. If you're not well qualified, I think it's like 7%, but you don't work with me. You work with them, pay them off. We're going to continue to work with you.
That's amazing.
So we've already created these resources. I'm so happy that we can bring this to you guys for this year, where payment plans are there, and then working with nutritionists, our Wellness Wednesdays, where we have people come in to help you and be able to talk about dietitian or get you with the right people. This is why we're growing. We want the right fit based off of our business needs, the individuals you require to help you, because we only can do so much. But what if we create the team to help you with the meal prep? Me and Chef been talking about that. Like, can you help me with meal prep? I reached out to a lot of the fitness center trainers here about assisting or partnering with me, fitness trainers on here. If you have anything that you want to do or to help with your brand, with getting more clients, we need you. There's those who need different lifestyle changes. I don't know what that would consist of. I'm not that expert, but we'll get that subject matter expert for you. And that's the goal.
That's amazing. Now you you've given a really, really great detailed, kind of description about Body by She. Talk more about the safety nest, because you spoke about the safety nest, but some people who may be watching or listening may not even know what that is exactly. Talk about the safety nest, when you started it, why you started it, and what you guys do there.
Okay, safety nest. Nest stands for Necessary Emergency Service Training. The year that I stepped out of corporate, the first thing I wanted to do was pursue my own company with CPR. Me and my friend Linda spoke about this highly. I think it was June 8th is the day I resigned, and in July is when I completed everything. 2 weeks after my birthday, she passed away, giving birth due to heart disease. And so that kind of was my way to say, how do I keep pushing to save lives and to hit?
Yeah.
That's our slogan, pushing to save lives.
I love it.
And Safety Nest was all about emergency service training. So her death gave me life to the point to where I wanted to research it more. Well, a month later, my uncle passed away from cancer. And 3 months later, my grandmother died. And then
my goodness,
my uncle committed suicide. It was just my little cousin.
Like bam, 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 bam.
Yeah, and I'm still I'm grieving. I'm still dealing with that on top of I got to travel. I got to get to work. Like I'm still in leadership. Yeah. It was very, very stressful. So what I did was just start to research, public safety, health safety, and I didn't realize how important it was to me. So I just dig deep, and I knew that this is something I wanted to do. And I didn't realize at the time I was going to have a training center. I just wanted to be an instructor. Yeah. I did this before Richards Healthcare Center when they were on Hillwick. They have a new location off of Reynolds now. And when they first initially opened, me and my mom set up with them to offer CPR classes for their STNAs. I don't know how God made this come back around full throttle again, but it did. And this time I said I wanted to take it all the way. So we've opened up opportunities in the Carolinas and others. We're licensed in all 50 states to offer CPR. We actually have been offered to add the medical and billing program and medical assisting program.
That's awesome.
I'm looking to do it online right now for those to get their diplomas, but we hope to have a brick and mortar soon to offer more job opportunities, especially in Ohio. I don't know if you guys watching.
So are you going to have the brick and mortar here in Ohio or in
It came down to what made sense. Before, STNAs didn't get paid a living wage to me. So do we invest in providing them with loans and funding, and they can't go in a job and make that type of money? That made no sense. Now, the ODD is changing where they want to pay them more, like $17, $20 an hour. Absolutely, we want to invest in that so people can get the jobs and CNAs can go from that to LP and RNs to wherever else they want to pursue their healthcare careers, and then maybe even offer opportunities. I work with women here with group homes and ask, like, would you work with me to offer clinical sites and things like that so we can guarantee 100% job placement? It wasn't just offering these things. I wanted to have a complete solution. So I'm still working on that. I've been sitting on this MA program for about 2 years now because it has to be right. We just can't do it. And we need a whole chain of command, like director this, director that. I can't teach a lot of that stuff, but I can teach the medical assisting. I can teach some of the admin, but when it comes to the nursing program, I got to bring in my nurse girls. So, it's a lot of strategic details on the back end that needs to be done. But ultimately right now, you guys saw the CC419 initiative with who was chief of the city, Chief Bird. He's now the director of public safety for the city.
Wow, okay.
Yeah, and Terry Crosby over at Taylor Automotive, Family Automotive.
Love Terry Crosby.
I just get them mixed up, but they worked with me and just saw the need we had for the community, and we're working to do the next one. So spring, look out, guys, for the next initiative. We want to make sure everyone's pushing to save lives. You have a lot of college students that are getting ready to graduate. We want to make sure that they understand House Bill 113 and the requirements to get them done, as well as those in the healthcare field, community daycares, anybody, barbers. You need bloodborne pathogens courses, microbladers, all those who cut skin. If you cut the skin, you need bloodborne pathogens. If you work in anybody, you should know CPR. I've seen where people pass out anywhere. If you work with people, you need to know CPR.
Yeah.
So we're here to push to save lives, and that's what we're all about.
And I love it because I just even going back to the CPR event that you guys put together a few months ago, that I was at. That was such a great event, and I thought it was so dope of you to even have that. But in my mind, I was like, what would even make you want to even do that? You know what I mean? Like it's just amazing that there's people like you who think of that and think of the wellness and the well-being of others. And I remember asking you what made you want to do this, and you were like, well, I mean, there's so many people. There's a need for this. Especially in our community, there's people who might fall out right in front of you. And, like you said, you don't even have to be someone who works with people. What if you're walking down the street and you see somebody who's passed out, whatever, and if you're CPR certified and you know how to, administer CPR, you can literally save a life,
Yeah, thank
So-
you to Terry for just connecting me to Chief Bird. I knew he had a huge love for public safety and public health. So when he started telling me statistics of our central community and those who live with their parents over 55 and up, I went into Sky School and asked, like, how many live with your parents? How many know CPR? 76% of your kids said they don't know it.
Yeah.
And they live with their grandparents. I'm like, well, between the 3 minutes of EMT coming to you on the phone, they could die. What you gonna do if the heart stops? They didn't know what to do.
Yeah.
So I went in and we register students. We
And
got
it was
them
such
hands
a
on.
good event too. It was
Mhm.
such a great turnout. There were so many people who came and got certified. And like you said, even before the actual event, when we went that day to Scott High School and you were there,
Mhm.
getting them all signed up. I mean, they were literally coming over and asking you questions and talking and
Showing
and
us they could do it.
Yeah,
it was
it
a
was
great
amazing.
experience. And that's what they want. They want to be around people who genuinely care enough to just show them. Like, those kids were calling me like, can you come back to the school? Can you do this? It's different because I don't have kids. So just to see all these young girls get inspired and want to have someone to talk to, an outlet, it made me say, why not? Like,
Yeah.
if I got to grow my level of leadership and mentorship to help young girls who want to pursue their dreams, that's what we're supposed to do. We're supposed to pour back into our youth.
Absolutely.
So it became bigger than just CPR. It became
Yeah.
relationships, talking to Miss B, working with Dr. Smith. Shout out to Joe over there, community hub director. Like,
yeah.
and it connected the dots with Miss Cassandra, everyone through Toledo Public Schools. So I love what I do, and they can tell, and I'm just hoping that we can help them as much as we
Yeah,
can.
I can tell you love what you do, like literally. And seems like you are a businesswoman. You have a lot of businesses going on. You got so much there. I don't even know where you find the time because I'm like, I be feeling like I'm busy all the time, and I don't have near as many businesses and things you got going on. But what's your most challenging, like? Okay, so I guess what I want to say is, like, for younger girls or even guys who like have watched you and they watch your page and they're like, oh, like, I want to be like her. Like, what would you say has been your biggest challenge, and how did you work through that to be able to keep going as an entrepreneur? Because we know that's a hard life, hard knock life.
It's not for the weak. The biggest challenge for me is just aligning with the right people.
Yeah.
I see what I want, and I'm always looking to pour into others. Sometimes it don't work out so well. I've learned a lot about leeches, and people want to suck the soul out of you and see what you're about, and they want to be a part of it. Thank you, Toledo, for this experience. It's changed my life, but I needed it because I've been asking God to prepare me for the assignment He has me on and place the right people. So although I was picking certain individuals, God was shifting them out the way,
like, nope,
and bringing me who I needed. Like, that's not what I told you to do.
Right.
Focus on your assignment. You over here trying to grab this person to help
that
you.
person and that person.
That's not what I told you to do. So I got back to the basics, why I came here. And that happened. And then things just shift for me where God started placing the right people and what I needed. I prayed very hard about it. So I would say the biggest piece about just growing and growth is having a team that can help you line with the level of success. I can't hire my friends. I can't hire my family.
Okay.
I have expectations. And some of them speak to me, they hear Shar. And then when they hear business, they hear Tashara B. Some don't know how to separate the two. I always separate the two, even though some people don't think I do, because it's important for me to understand that if we have to have a tough conversation, that you won't get upset with me. I'll take you to lunch. We can go out to eat, and I should be able to tell you what's on my mind, and we can chew it out and go back to being friends. But sometimes when you have growth and others don't have the same growth, everyone's not going where you're going. So I just have to be mindful about those who I place in my circle and understand what's for me is for me. God placed these things before me. And that's been the biggest challenge. But so far, this whole experience this year has been a plethora of support and success beyond anything I could measure. So what everything was last year, I know everybody can see what's going on this year. Like, I prayed and manifested this, y'all. That was my vision. I literally had to stop a lot of things while I still had to keep going and place myself in a bubble to say, okay, God, what do I need? Get my legal team together. Make sure you got your copyrights together. Make sure you have everything you need to protect everything you work for, because they're coming for you. They're coming. They're going to come. You're going to see people who see what you're doing, want to do it. That's great. We want to see others grow. But protect everything you work for.
Absolutely.
I want to leave my legacy, and it's important to be able to align with that so people can see my own gifts. And I want to support others, but sometimes I have to challenge myself to see what I can do on my own.
Mm-hmm.
And this business networking brunch show did just that. I most definitely challenged myself to do a lot on my own. And I spent hours and days on the phone establishing rapport relationships, talking to sponsors. It was the best experience ever. I wouldn't change it for the world. I felt like I was getting married again.
Phone conversations.
All the way from the Carolinas. I felt like I was getting married again.
Yeah, it's funny because I was having a conversation with my sister this morning about, a totally different subject, but still basically said the same thing. Like, you have to, God is going to pull, we have a selfish God, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
One. And when he sees that you're putting too much, into someone else or someone, whatever,
he's like, a jealous God.
He's a jealous God, and he wants you to rely on him and your own abilities sometimes. And sometimes, like you said, we're trying to give this role to this person and give it, and sometimes he wants to force us to only rely on him. You know what I mean?
This assignment required it. When I knew I was being used as a vessel, I left my home and said, I got to go, babe. I don't know what this is, but God shifted me. He said, let's work. And so it pushed us, challenged our marriage, it challenged our happiness, it challenged my friendships. But the moment I got here, and because of the energy, I said, God, remove any distractions. And when I say people were dropping like flies left and right,
I'm telling you,
then here come everybody else that with the energy I've been asking for, what I prayed for, it was like, whoo, here is the sun on the other side of the mountain. Mm-hmm. I had to walk through that valley. I had to go over that mountain, through every valley, through every stream. I know y'all know that song. Yeah. That is what this was for me. And so his blood still works. That's all I can say.
Very true. Yeah. And, again, like I told my sister, at the end of the day, you have to rely on God. It's time for you to build that relationship with him. You've been running from him for too long, and he needs you to rely on him.
Woo.
And he needs you to rely on yourself.
Honey, I'm on my way to see my pastor soon. I leave here. I call him like, it's time for some power of your prayer, because he speaks so much. And Mr. Bishop Tisdale is my other dad that I never had. And I don't even have to say it. I get the affirmations. I get the morning calls. And the moment I say I need to come see you, I'm on my way.
Which church is
Full Gospel Ministry of Friendship Baptist Church right here in Toledo, Ohio.
Now let me ask you
this: one of the best churches in the city.
Yes.
I grew up in Greater St. Mary, Southern Missionary, St. Paul. I love all of them. Shiloh Baptist, but Friendship, since I've been rebaptized, has been my home from away from home. It helped me through so many challenges since I've been relocated.
Yeah. You spoke a second ago about your babe, your boo, your hubby. What is it like being married and and also trying to maintain your own identity, independence, and because obviously, I mean, I don't know because I'm not married, but I've just from what I hear, when you get married, you have to obviously now you have a partner, you have to. So how is it challenging, or how challenging was it to still keep your own identity and still be able to travel back and forth and kind of be by not really by coastal, but by states, I mean, you're kind of living in two different states, and how challenging is that? And how do you and your husband, manage to work through that?
Before I went entrepreneurship full throttle, I think the last 3 years of my career in corporate, I traveled.
Yeah.
So I went everywhere a lot, so it was a normal for us. But then when I acquired this Midwest region, it was different. I literally had to come here and be here. It wasn't just 2 weeks, go home. It was different. So I think what my grandfather told me, you have goals before you get married. Don't forget about that. Don't you ever lose yourself in no man. He always told me that. So it would be days like, I had goals before I met you, We've had those arguments. I mean, I'm human. We are human.
Yeah,
but he also had goals too.
Yeah.
And that's what would be challenging. Like, pursue everything you want. If God's not going to bless us with a family, then these need to be our babies.
Yes,
give our business 100%. We just got to a place the last couple of years where we are in a space where we can communicate and really truly understand who we are. We've grown so much. We're coming up to 10 years married next year. And now we're talking about renewing our vows because we have grown to where we are not even the same people we were 10 years ago. Yeah. So we want to renew our friendship, renew our love, renew all these things. But it was challenging. I will say you need a special someone to understand who you are. Yeah. You don't get married to change nobody. That's not what marriage is about. You take them for who they are.
Yeah.
But you also want to make sure that person don't lose themselves in trying to make sure you have everything you have. You want to be able to be their support system and pour back into them and make sure the calls are there. We do the morning calls every morning, the lunch calls. We have lunch together. Even when I went home in December, my work schedules, he gets up. I take lunch when he calls. When he's home by 4, dinner's already done. We have the rest of the day to ourselves. You have to have work-life balance.
Yeah.
So we started to transition into work-life balance 3 years ago. And now that I travel, it's more communication. It's more like looking forward to those talks, looking forward to those dates where you around somebody every day. Women say like, he doesn't date me anymore to do all this. Like, no, ladies, get cute for your man.
Right.
Go get your hair done. Get your stuff done. Make him wow him. Like, keep that keep that spice going. And sometimes that's what it requires. I look forward to going home and, putting on sexy lingerie and, just having that time in front of the fireplace. We don't even go nowhere.
Right.
Sometimes just that level of intimacy.
Yeah.
That pillow talk.
That bonding.
That's what it requires. And with that's there, I don't think anyone can come between it. And it took a lot for us to get to that point. We had a lot of challenges understanding what our marriage should be versus what we saw with everybody else.
Right.
And it never worked for us. It's like, that's not what we're doing. I'm not doing that.
Yeah.
So when we discovered what our happy was, things start to shift and we're in a really good place. But
that's amazing.
Right now he's on a job. He worked all weekend doing, laying towel and remodeling bathroom. We're just as busy. He hasn't had a day off since he's left either. So we just focusing on our grind right now.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
So what would be your advice to younger women, just on how to, successfully get through each day and get through life and, be a successful, not because you don't even necessarily have to be a businesswoman. You may be a woman who works for a company or works in the corporate world or whatever. But what would be your advice to younger women, and just how to balance all of that?
I would say for younger men and women, you have to, in order to find balance, you have to stretch yourself a little bit. And I know it sounds weird, but your friends are not your business. People don't know. Sometimes they look for support from their friends. Everybody who eat McDonald's family don't eat McDonald's every day.
Right.
Like, stop looking for your friends to be your support system. Don't care about the likes. If they're watching you every day, be grateful that they're watching you every day. But find your target audience. Continue to find what you need to balance your business. If you need sales and marketing, contact me. If you need support on mental health, contact us. We have someone for that. If you need to get your funding together, Sandy Spain spoke about the SBA. Get in business networking groups, expand yourself, network with other people, change your delivery, speak to those that you have a level of interest in. Start, instead of going to the club or going out, go to networking events or after 5 live business networking events. Get yourself involved around those you want to be around and be like. You can only grow as if you're around people who you can see that I can now. All my friends now be like, can you help me?
Right.
Not one person I worked with last year I could say that to, because I was helping them. I was the help. Now I'm coming to them like, can you help me?
Right.
I'm growing. I need you.
Yeah.
So you want to get around people that's going to help you grow. And I'm not saying that your friends aren't your biggest supporter, but our friends are human. And my best friend's been my best friend because I've never looked for her for business. She's that outlet for me. And I'll call her any second and cry and yell and vent because that's what she is for me. But I know that the biggest piece for women is a level of empowerment. We need to inspire each other and just pour back in others and
stop tearing each other down
and be authentic and genuine. Don't do it because you see that person's doing it. Do it because you want to do it out of the kindness of your heart. If you did something wrong, like, I'm okay with saying if I did something to hurt you or I mistreated you or I spoke on something you may understand my delivery, I'm sorry. So know that there's an outlet. You can go into other people and apologize and move forward. If you feel maybe there was a disconnect with communication or maybe you had time to think about stuff. If that's someone that you generally want to see grow and you want to support them. Who cares about what everybody else says? Support them. You are your own person. But women have to learn how to work a little bit more together and show what we're capable of, not just in front of business, but in front of the young girls, the teenagers, all those that look up to us, that want to see us win. So I think that's what it's about. Even with you've met so many new women over the last month or week or so. I know how inspiring that is to you because of the type of energy that you want around you in your circle and where you are in life. So
Absolutely.
I encourage you to choose happy, choose being free.
That's so funny that you just said that, because I swear I just said those same exact words to my sister today. I said, it's time for you to find your happy. You know what I mean? You have to find your happy. Like, and that's what it is. I'm at the place in my life where I don't have no bitterness towards nobody. I don't have no,
you can't,
but I will move on without you. You know what I mean? If we
sometimes
are
you gotta
not,
let it go.
If we're not conducive to one another's growth, development, and future, then as much as I love you, we're going to have to just, you know what I'm saying?
I tell people I love you, but give me 50 feet.
Hey, that used to be on my plate.
Yeah, like I literally, I love my family, but you know, some people, even with friends, people change. People tell me all the time, "Wow, you've changed so much." Imagine how I feel about you. Yeah, like maybe you haven't changed, or maybe you have. You know, you have to find what's right for you. But your happy is so important. But more people need to identify who they are first. You can't be happy being around the people if you're not even happy.
Exactly.
How you gonna be happy and have good energy? Or your mindset is like somebody make a comment to you, you take it the completely wrong way because of your mindset.
Yep. You know, it's so funny because I even said that to my sister too. I said, you know, that's a major part of the reason why I'm still single at 38 years old. I'm about to be 39 next month, but I'm still single because I'm not completely whole yet. So even if I were to meet that good quality, great man, I'm likely going to run him off, or, you know what I mean? Or try to push him away, because I don't have yet, or in my mind, I know that I'm not fully there and I don't have what it takes, that what a good man deserves. You know, I don't have that yet to give. I'm still trying to get Leah together. You know what I mean? So even when good men have come into my life, I now, like, looking back in hindsight, I can remember, I can clearly see times when I pushed men away, the good man away, because I didn't feel like I was good enough for him yet, you know, and I don't want to hurt that person. I don't want to be that one that's selfish because I want to have a good man and take this person into my life knowing
and
I
they
can't
ain't gonna be
him.
like, oh, when I get married, we'll change. It don't work that way.
Exactly.
I remember seeing the interview with Oprah and Beyonce, and they asked like, how is it being married? And she gave this look, but she clearly stated like, I don't care who you marry, just make sure you happy and you have your goals first. And that's just so important. Like, marriage is not going to make you happy. A life partnership with someone collaborating as one, because it's a contract. Two people are agreeing to a life partnership. It's a contract. You have to make sure you're adding to that value and happiness. Don't look for that in someone else. That person is going to do that. Be the person you need, but they should add to your happiness. Not, you shouldn't seek that. A lot of women seek that in men, and I have friends like, I cook for him, I did this. I was like, yeah, you playing wife. Then you wonder why he ain't choose you, because you already given him everything. You ain't make him wait. You ain't know or work. Like, you just cooking meals and letting them come over and all that. Like, you ain't even giving yourself any value.
There's a pastor, Torrey Roberts, and his wife, Sarah Jakes Roberts. Sarah Jakes is T.D. Jakes' daughter, and they're now married. They were both married before, and they now came together. They have kids with other people, and they came together and blended their families. One thing he says is, you know, people go into marriage like, oh, I want to, you know, this person makes me whole, or, you know, this person is my other half. He's like, we need to get rid of that other half mentality, because
you're one.
That person should be whole. You should be whole. And together, coming together, y'all should be two whole people. Like, there's nobody should be your other half. No one should be able to make or break your life. You know what I mean?
Your better half.
Your better half.
That's right.
Exactly. That's the perfect way.
And I can encourage you guys, like, to just continue to listen in to LRTV, because her topics are so powerful and impactful. Everything about what she do, I truly believe in. So continue to support her. If you're on here now, give her some likes, share this, make sure you pour back into Leah. She's been working really hard. And as I mentioned, my brain keeps saying, talk about the Vision Board event for some reason, but there was so much power in that room. I want to say thank you because I know I was like, don't go live. And I saw it, and I ain't gonna front, I was upset. Like, she went live, but you captured the moment that if I wanted anybody to see, was that moment.
That's what I do, girl.
And
that's
so
why
I just want to tell you thank you, because there was so many gems in that room. Sometimes I have to protect my people, because you see what people can do. When they see how heavy you hit, and the people you work with, they'll start reaching out to them. They'll call them. They'll send them messages, and they can see the reality in the real life. Do you know this person? I'm like, I'm open to knowing, like, I can see how that could happen because they want to be a part of that greatness. But sometimes people do things that's not ethical.
Mm-hmm.
It's not what you do, it's how you do it.
Yeah, absolutely.
And you can burn yourself by the choices you make.
Yeah.
So you have to be very careful about who you respond to, how you communicate with others, and the people you place in your circle. And I knew how much power and value that every person would bring in that room, from Councilwoman McPherson being there to Taylor Cadillac, 107.3, 95.7, Sandy Spain, Fletcher Ward, Mr. Jerry, Miss Suzette, like from the president of Tashara Credit. There were so many that I couldn't speak of.
Yeah.
Because the people who bought the ticket, I needed them to be wowed by what I put together for you. So this event next year, guys, I encourage you, get your tickets. Do not wait. We already have a panel that's going to be bananas, and we're going to continue to add. You saw we brought our celebrity friends. We're still working hard to do some more major things this year. This isn't about, oh, we done this and that. This is about the value in the room. Speaking about dressing for success, feeling beautiful inside and out. Crystal networked with each and every person in that room.
She
networked with each and every person in that room, but also having a village of saying, man, there's a mental health therapist that I can go talk to anytime.
Mm-hmm.
You know, there's somebody with home ownership. Rob did his thing, you know, and spoke about investing in real estate and everything that comes with, you know, stocks and everything. There was so much. And I mean, the biggest piece for me, you know, Mr. Wayne Whitmore, shout out to Legacy Homes. They did so many great things. They brought all these awards and even brought me one.
Yeah, that was amazing.
For community leadership.
Didn't even expect that. That was
he
so
didn't
dope.
tell me at all.
That was nice too. It wasn't like no little like cheap little.
I was so nervous. I was like, if
they
you can't make
thought and time into that award.
Yeah, I literally for like a month asked. They kept calling me back and asking. I was like, I can't give you the name yet. Give me the deadline because I need to get the votes out. But hands down, it was a great experience. And like our unsung heroes, like Mr. Fletcher, I don't know if anyone's ever given him an award. You know, like he's been around for years. But I didn't know at this time of established relationship, he's also the board director of the Tashara Credit Union. Like when I say God alignment is real, everybody I spoke to knew somebody in that room. And when I mentioned his name, they all smiled. Some people are in it for the money. Mm-hmm. Some people in it for the purpose. This room is full of purposely driven individuals, okay? The money comes with that. So if you can take up and soak up the gems that we provide, take it and utilize that and bring in your friends next year to sit at the table with you because it's going to be amazing. And Chef, he did his thing.
Yeah.
People walk out with containers of gumbo.
How come I didn't get a container of gumbo? That gumbo was fire.
Michael Wood, shout out to Michael Wood. He did a photo shoot for Crystal's class, and I was like, we have some more food left. And he called me the next day, like, you have gumbo left? I've been getting calls about.
So good.
Shout out to Chef Gas. I'm still getting calls about this gumbo today, sir.
That gumbo was amazing.
Okay. With the crab cake, everything, the caramel glazed Hennessy bread pudding, just your talent level, the time you took. Shout out to all the servers. Mm-hmm. It was an experience, and that's what we wanted, to provide you guys an experience. So I hope that we did do that with every level of entertainment.
Absolutely.
We needed more space. As you can see, we grew huge. And we're going to continue to grow. But, you know, if we didn't have people like yourself and James Mann bringing his people to the table, I wouldn't have been able to engage and give out giveaways and all these things just from building rapport.
Yeah, and shout out to Muhammad and Aramark. They gave out several giveaways.
About $700 in giveaways.
And thank God he was there, because I'm telling you, God works in it's amazing.
Your banner,
because I was having a panic attack. Okay, let me tell y'all, I was having a panic attack the day of that event. I could not get my banner together. I was like, oh my God, I was crying. I was like, oh my God, what am I gonna do?
I called her like, just your crown queen. Muhammad's coming.
And don't worry. No, but that's like, if you did tell me that, I didn't hear you tell me that. Like I missed that part. So when he walked in, I was literally in that moment like, oh my God, what am I gonna do, God? What am I gonna do?
He made signs.
And then Muhammad walked in, and I was like, oh,
he made signs for me, for people to know where to go.
Yeah,
like,
I saw that. I was like,
y'all,
she got
this man just made flyers. He does wall to cow.
He does everything.
Everything.
Car magnets, business cards.
He literally has corporate packages. If you don't know what you need, just call him. He's going to tell you, okay, this is what you need. And you don't have to buy it all. Work through that package and determine what you need now.
Yeah.
You know, so this is what this is about. But next year is going to be amazing. We're going to start accepting vendors like right after the summer. Like we have to. We need to lock y'all in. So just get ready, guys. Get excited. City Toledo, thank you so much for everything that you allow me to do here. I give out expense reports. I ask people like, are you tax exempt? Why not? Like, this is a donation. We're sponsoring. We're trying to grow, and we want people to grow with us. So if you want to sponsor and be a part of greatness, just shoot us that message. We've been doing this now. We're going into our 3rd year. We put our stamp on this, and I have to say, thank you, Miss Cookie and DJ Nuts. They gave me the go. They're officially our cocktail and DJ for our event going forward.
Yeah.
So they agreed to do that. I'm so happy. We're creating
Cookie.
a team. Just kind of like, I want to have the right people in the right places. And that's what's necessary for growth. And DJ Nuts just kind of turned it up a notch with the way he introduced everybody. We didn't plan anything. It was just like he was in my head. He knew what my expectations were.
Yeah.
And I had no problem making sure he got paid for the value he brought to us.
And I just love
that's
it too, because it's like, me as I didn't host that event, but I've hosted other events and stuff like that. So I've just learned how to, go over, I've met him through hosting events and just learning how to go over and talk to him and, hey, I'm getting ready to, make this announcement. Can you, to bring the music down a little bit? And he, we were able to work together so well. So it just all flowed. It was great.
And I've been in a bigger city for about 10 years. What I've noticed is people understand sponsorships and donations. They're 2 different things, guys. When you become a sponsor and you provide us our logo, we tell you what we'll do for you as well as what we can offer. Sponsors have the only ones to get the exclusive email about the packages, what's coming, what we need, and you can pour back into us telling us how you want to support and help us. It's not always money. Mm-hmm. It could be materials. It could be pens. It could be markers. It could be anything that we need for our vision board.
For your service.
It's exactly. And I think Toledo is not in the mindset of understanding how sponsorship works. So if you have a business and you want to grow and you want to gain support, get into sponsorship, get into networking, get into asking people, how can I help? Mm-hmm. Get the mindset out of, I don't want to do this and that. If you want to be a successful business entrepreneur, you have to network. You have to sponsor. Oh, yeah. You have to get out here. When I first came, my first event was Dinetta's Health Expo. Mm-hmm. I knew Body Me by She was growing. We needed exposure. She had over 700,000 people come out. That was enough for me. Mm-hmm. Like, you have to get, I ain't too good to go and set up a table and get from behind the table and speak and engage with people. I know where I come from.
And like you also said, being a sponsor for other people's events and things, don't always expect, hey, I need a sponsor, but then you're never willing to be a sponsor. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And with my sponsorships, we're going to ask the questions. Where's the value? What do I get out of this? I'm not just going to give you my money. I'm not just going to give you my logo. I need to know how this value is going to be an asset to you. So if you're looking for me to be a sponsor, bring me some value. Tell me how I can help you. Don't call me and say, oh, I see the things you're doing. I'm going to work with you. Because at that moment, you're going to make my spidey senses go off to find out what you need and why you calling me. Because I don't live here. There's thousands of people in the city you can call. So if you're calling me, have your why and your value with it. And I'll make a decision if it's best fit for what I can do to help you. Mm-hmm. If I can't help you, I want to give you the people who can. But that's what this is about. I want to pour into your cup. So Toledo, just get ready because it's not going to stop. We won't stop. We won't stop.
Period.
Okay.
I love it.
No matter who tried to stop us, we won't stop.
I love it. Well, this has been an amazing interview. It always is. It's always a pleasure sitting down and talking to you. What do you have coming up, and let the viewers know where they can find you on social media and all those good things.
Okay, Legion Adore is not my name. Okay, I want to say that first. Tashara B is my name. Look out for Tashara B page coming. We're getting rid of Legion Adore. We have plenty of businesses.
I've been wondering. I've been.
It was a method to my madness. Okay, Legion Adore is my lead magnet. Okay, I understand where my business come from, but with so many, you can't get everybody on Instagram and everything.
Yeah.
All right, so you have to understand what lead magnets are. But Tashara B platform is growing. You can check me out on Linktree/Tashara B. You can see everything from all my training classes, webinars, every business offer, every class we offer, every service, every product. I'm continuing to grow, so I have to have a housing area for you to see what we have going on. So continue to look out for all those updates. We're going to keep putting them out there. I won't tell you everything because people know it. So we will give you that when it's time, but the only way you'll be able to keep up is go and like and follow Safety Nest on IG and Facebook. Go and like and follow Confidence in the Cup on IG and Facebook. Go and like She Boutique, Body Me by She Boutique, and Spa Beauty Health and Wellness Company. And soon to come, please look out for Interstate Logistics, me and my husband's new transportation and dispatching company we will be launching. So all you truck drivers who are in the South region, you need some money. We know how much we can get you that mile per hour. And you don't need refurb. You don't need flatbeds. You can have a box truck. We'll get you together. You don't have to go hundreds of miles and all this to get some good money. We've done our due diligence and homework to ensure we can provide you with great business and that you can be home with your family. So the only way you're going to be seeing all this is if you go and like those pages, because Elysian Door is going away very soon. So get with it because you won't see it for too much longer. So I appreciate everything today. Thank you so much. I don't want to be late to my next appointment. So
I know,
we
girl. You gotta go.
Yes.
So I appreciate you as well. I appreciate all you do to pour into this community and entrepreneurs.
Thank you.
And I just want you to keep doing your thing, lady, and we'll be connected.
Shout out to LRTV. Y'all
thank you.
You doing great things.
Thank you.
Keep going. Don't you stop for
nobody. I won't. All right. Well, you guys, Miss Tashara B has to get on up out of here. So we're gonna go ahead and let her go. But I
think you got somebody you might want to, spread some good love with and just kind of network with some great things and just have some good rapport. It's always about having good people on the show. So take advantage of it if you can. For sure.
Yeah. And okay, so we're gonna go ahead and end the show, guys, because my girl has to go. But I thank everybody who tuned in. I'm just gonna go over here to the comments real quick because I forget to go to the comments. I was in my brand mode. Shout out to my girl Amy Nicole Meredith, Antonia Ballard.
There's my cousin Brandon. What's up,
my sis Andrea. Brandon Walker, Brandon Vickers. Brandon Vickers is my son's father. He started trucking school today, so I want to send a shout out to him.
You should have been on. I know you was on here. You come call me, send me an inbox when you get out of school.
Oh, I'm gonna begin with you because I'm gonna be helping him, get the business together on that end, and I'm gonna need some guidance on that stuff. So I want to send a shout out to my son's father. He started trucking school today. He's been working hard to try to get on the right path, and I'm proud of him. And we proud sending prayers and and just love and support to him. But shout out to everybody else on the live, Brandon Walker, and everybody who tuned in and commented. Mama Riley, I see you. I love all of you. I appreciate all your love and support. Make sure you guys
704. That's what I'm talking about.
Yes.
Charlotte in the building. We lit. That's right.
So make sure you guys go over to LRTV on YouTube and subscribe to my channel, please. I only have 100-something subscribers, so that means you guys aren't going over there and subscribing. I need you guys to subscribe. Share this live and just continue to stay locked to LRTV. I appreciate all the love and support, and I want you guys to have an amazing and blessed day. And until next time, bye.
You're really good shows.